Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
As I was riding the bike, I tried to just press both the brakes as is the protocol suggests, but something didn't go fine and everything went into haywire. Hi guys, I am Manavdeep Singh. I have been a current student of IIM Lucknow. Before that, I have been a mechanical engineer from Thapar University, Patiala. Later on, I went on to work at HMSI for 2 years, and after my 2 year stint at my job, I had to quit because of some injuries, and I went into IIM Lucknow. In CAT, I had 99.4 percentile. In VARC, I had around 94.9, around 95. In Quants, I had 99.7, and in DILR, I had 99.2. I always say that life is always a journey of ups and downs, and I never I never got to experience the downs, I would say, earlier in my life because my family was very supportive in everything I did. I got to choose what I want to pursue as a career. I got to choose where I want to study. So everything was going perfectly. So I was working on Aptiva 5G at that time, and later on I was given chance to work for the domain which we call big bikes. So Honda has those big bikes which are greater than 650cc, 1000cc bikes. It was just 2 to 3 months into this job that one day I was testing my bike at around 175 km per hour. So it was a brake test and it was a wet brake test. So we had to actually test the ABS system in the bike. There was a malfunction in the bike at that time, which of course we didn't know when we started with that. Uh, as I was riding the bike, I tried to just press both the brakes as is the protocol suggests, but something didn't go fine and everything went into haywire. I thought that it's just a small muscle pull or something like that. So I carried on with the testing on that day. The muscle started soaring later on in the night, but again, as a youngster, you don't think too much that you might have something big coming up in your life, and you tend to ignore these things with just a small, you can say a painkiller, so take something like this and it's gone. Yeah, the painkillers do help me that night, but I realized in the morning that it was tough to even walk a single step. I was rushed back to my home. Luckily, some of my team members suggested me to go for MRI or something like that, and it just took that day that I realized I had a disc slip. So, three of my discs have actually moved away from their position, and that was actual reason of all that pain which I was suffering from. Then it was an 8 month time period in my life when it was all hospitals or physiotherapists, nothing at all. Like I couldn't sit, I wasn't allowed to sit because the back couldn't bear my own weight when I tried to sit. uh, I tried to walk, but again I was not allowed to lift any weight, not even use any stairs, don't ride any bike or even the car. So it was a life which I could never have dreamt of. A person who was on the motor racing side and then suddenly coming back to the bed. um, so you often realize that this is a life-changing moment for you at that time. Uh, you tend to become more mature. You understand that life is more about health. It's not all money and job and all fame which you really think matters the most. The health and family took more importance in my life. At that point of time, I realized that I had only my family to support me. Uh, it took 8 to 9 months to realize that hardly any friends do exist at that point of time. Uh, and that was a time when I realized that my grandfather he's a philosopher. He keeps on writing books, and he used to sit in front of me and study and also talk to me every time. So I had a conversation with him and I said that I don't want to go back to this office even when I am fit to work. I need something more in my life, and now I need to get more career oriented rather than just uh, wasting my time everywhere. So at that point of time, I had never even imagined I'll be pursuing an MBA. I always had that passion of designing, so I thought that at most I'll do an MS in designing or R&D, something like that. But yeah, it just took me one day to decide I'll be appearing for CAT, and the same year. Not, I won't wait for another year to go for this. Um, it was just 3 months that the CAT exam was, I guess, scheduled on 24th of November. It was in 2018. So I was in the month of August when I decided I will pursue this. Uh, so I had the 3 months to decide, and I took a very different strategy of preparing. I didn't go for any coaching because I knew that there were crash courses already going on, and I was too late to join them. I didn't get any books. Again, people used to tell me that for CAT there is no syllabus and you can't read all the books within 3 months. So I took a simple route that okay, I'll be only giving mocks. I'll be treating them as my exams and also treating them as my books. I started giving mocks. I started with the first one at around 47 percentile, I remember. Uh, then I had that habit of writing down everything, whatever I do. So that helped me in writing down what I used to score every day. So I remember that tracker which I made on Excel sheet. It actually helped me to calculate what's my growth rate, what's the trajectory at which my scores are increasing, and then I also went on to give those exams which are national level, time, IMS, career launcher, all those things, to track what's my ranking with the current students who are already pursuing CAT. After 2 months, I was around 98 or 99 percentile. So just 1 week before the CAT, I was diagnosed with dengue. Um, this was the first time I suffered from this disease. I never thought what dengue looks like, and I thought it's just a fever. So I started again with the mocks. I had that plan that in the final week I'll be giving only two mocks, the national level IMS mocks. And when I sat for my first mock, I could not complete it, and my eyes were teary. I had so much fever, and it was literally a time I thought that I have to quit CAT. My mother is a motivator for me. She always told me that you have prepared so well, nothing will change. Just one day before the CAT, I had so much fever, but I was lucky enough that on the actual CAT day, the D day, I was not having any kind of fever. Yes, I had a back pain which was constant, and but I had that habit of living through it. And the result also shows that I have a 95 percentile in VARC and 99.5 plus in other two sections. After that, it has been a fairy tale for me. I got shortlists from all IIMs except ABC again. I cracked almost all interviews. So I was earlier on waitlisted for FMS, but again I cracked it later on. So there was not even a single interview where I couldn't clear. Even before my results were declared, I had applied for resignation at my office because I knew I would crack at least one of those. And I was so much frustrated that even if I don't get the top 6-7 calls, I'll still join any IIM, but I'll not join the office again. So that that kind of intent helped me out in preparing well. If I had no intent to even quit my job, I wouldn't have done anything. Like I would have been sitting and watching TV all day long. When I got shortlisted for IML, I was sitting in a cinema hall and watching a movie, and then I got a message that you have been shortlisted. So because just one day before L released its shortlist, I was rejected in shortlist of IIM Bangalore, and I was so depressed. So I went to watch a movie. I remember some press reporters actually came to our house because I'm the first person to get any IIM from my city, so I'm not in a very big city. So we had that media thing to be. So I also got some awards and trophies, and the percentile is written on those trophies also.